And I gotta think that that would be his next move. But it does look like Nal Ra is gonna move in and try and eliminate this with just a couple of Dragoons. That should actually be more than enough to get rid of those 2 Vultures. And that is a lot of speed lots. A lot of speed lots have been produced for Nal Ra. Don't see the Dragoon forces. There is some Dragoon forces. That is a huge Terran army. That is a ridiculous number of Vultures and tanks. That is a ton. Nal Ra is gonna just try and hold this force back while he tries to get Arbiters and High Templar. He's just gonna have to do a fighting retreat here and try and force Nada, waste as much of Nada's time as possible, force this to be a slow crawl so that way he can get as much time to get out Arbiter Tech, to get Stasis, to get some Templar out so he can do massive amounts of damage, because this is a huge, ridiculous army for Nada. That is absolutely massive. That is a 4 base, 2 gas army to the extreme. Those speed lots didn't even get to the front tanks. They weren't even able to get there. He said just a couple of them were lured in. Here comes Nal Ra, maybe going for some Zealot Bombs here. I don't know if that maybe High Templar in there. It's hard to tell. Arbiter Tribunal is finally finished, but it's going to take a while for Arbiters with anything to come out. And that is for Storm. Great Storms by Nal Ra. Nal Ra throwing down great Storms. Holy crap! Nal Ra, that was awesome. Nal Ra throwing down a ridiculous number of Storms. Absolutely destroyed these siege tanks. Poor Nada again. Poor Nada is just always seems to be on the losing end of Storms. Wow, he absolutely got destroyed by those Storms, losing so many tanks, so much damage happening to him. The classic awesome Storm on tanks comes from Jamie destroying Nada a couple years ago or a year ago, and now Nal Ra doing the same to Nada. Poor Nada again, just being stormed to hell, and the Archon lifts as well. Nada's entire push pretty much got completely foiled there. His take numbers are so low now. He can still try and push, but he will not be able to be that effective. He won't be able to get that far, especially once it gets closer to Nal Ra's base. Nal Ra's resupply route will let him easily defend and stop this force. That was absolutely incredible by Nal Ra. All those Storms in that dropship or that shuttle that was just disgusting. He's also throwing up a base at the 9 o'clock main now, so he's going for his 5th base, which will be his 4th gas, which is excellent for him. And Nada trying to come in here and do some damage with some Vultures at the at Nal Ra's 4th base here at the inside 9, but a couple Photon Cannons and a couple Dragoons there. They killed a couple of probes, but not a lot. Here comes High Templar for a drop here. We'll see how they go. Storm, where's the Storm? Nal Ra, Storm, what the heck is going on? Nal Ra, what are you doing? No, I don't think they had energy. I think Nal Ra dropped the High Templar, then realized that they didn't have energy or something, and they weren't able to storm. But he has stopped mining, so I guess that works too. That is hilarious. Nal Ra was unable to storm because he didn't have the energy. Oh, poor Nal. That's hilarious. That is really funny. And I guess that's one of the little things that you see when you are out of practice. There we go. Now they've got Storm. Throwing down a couple good Storms. They're going to kill those Vultures for sure. And dropping the Archon as well. That Archon might be able to do a lot of damage there, since it's just a Vulture. And that Archon, send it in for the SCVs. Get the SCVs. Come on, Archon, get the SCVs. Get the SCVs. And he's just going for that refinery. I don't think he's going to be able to take it down, but we'll see. All it takes is a couple. Oh, wow. It's actually mined out there. The back is mined out of Nada, so now the Vultures don't even need dropships to actually defend his base. Actually, I think Nal Ra has mined out his area as well, so he'll be able to have a pretty defensible back row there. Nal Ra putting a little bit of pressure on the front just to keep Nada honest. Nada has a lot of siege tanks, so he's not going to be able to really make too much of a push, but certainly trying to keep Nada honest and trying to make it hard for Nada to push out. And I like Nal Ra's position right now. I like Nal Ra's position a lot. Arbiters are out. Gotta assume they've got Stasis building up energy, and they'll be able to Stasis the world pretty soon. Great Protoss players with great Stasis make me happy, and Storm, you Stasis half the units and Storm the other half. It looks great, it's awesome. And now we're seeing Nal Ra's first person view again, using some good mind drags with his Zealots. He's doing a pretty good job there, only losing a few Zealots to those mines and taking down some Vultures with them. Wraith and a Marine still around for Nada for some anti-air, and I think he was building a Reaver. Maybe it wasn't just an Observer. I couldn't tell what actually flashed through in the corner in that robotics facility, but we'll see what happens when it pops out. But yeah, definitely Nal Ra's looking real good right now. Both players have a lot of bases. Both players are macroing up. Both players will certainly be getting their upgrades. We do see +2 weapons for Nal Ra and for, let's see, it's 2-1 for Nada. So a little bit of an advantage for Nada, but it's relatively close. Nal Ra certainly hasn't been falling behind at all, and he does see the Arbiter attack now. And It's going to be important that he continuously scans, and this is going to be an interesting little fight here. I think those Arbiters are just gathering energy, and there are some Goliaths out now, and another High Templar coming in for a Storm Drop. Let's see if it's any successful here. Everything runs away. All those SCVs ran away. I think only a couple of them went down, but a couple Dragoons there were there as well to kill that Wraith, and now those Dragoons are going to start picking away at these missile turrets, and Nada's not being able to take advantage of that base at all. So he's really only mining off of about 2 bases right now while that is going on. While at the same time, Nal Ra is mining off of 3 complete bases, and he looks like he's mostly mined out his natural as well. Now we're seeing the first-person view of Nada. Nada trying to keep his vultures and mines in front of his tanks, but his tanks are at risk now. Wow! That was 5 tanks caught in that stasis. 5 tanks caught in that stasis, and Storm's going down on the other vultures and things. But it looks like all the Zealots were already down for Nal Ra, so Nal Ra was unable to mop up that base, or not base, but that army. And Nal Ra has forced Nada to lift off that command center in the top left corner. Those 2 Dragoons, just two Dragoons. That's all it took to stop mining at that base. That is amazing. And Nada is now mined out the right side. The right side is now mined out as well. It looks like that Arbiter might be coming in for a recall. Here it comes. Here comes a recall. It's a small recall, but it's going to be more than enough to do a lot of damage there. But Nada at the same time is going for this 9 o'clock base. Going to try and take down both of these bases. He should be able to take down both. I don't think that there's enough there for Nal Ra to defend. He's probably going to lose both those bases unless he can stasis the world. He might be going to stasis the world, but Nada right now is only mining off of 1 base as well, so both players are wreaking havoc on each other's bases, and Nal Ra moving into the main of Nada, and Nada absolutely destroying that the inside 9 o'clock base, now going for the 9 o'clock main, able to take down even the Dark Templar that was being produced there, and it looks like he's going to be able to take this down, but at the same time Nal Ra is going to take down the command center there at the 2 o'clock, 2:30 position or so. Yeah, that command center is absolutely going to go down, and Nada right now is mining off of 1.5 bases or so, and Nal Ra is mining off of 2 bases. Yeah, I guess he's still got that 1 base on the 9 o'clock. He's still technically mining, but that is under heavy fire, probably not going to make it. And they might be throwing up a base there at about the 3:30 position as well. Nada just threw up a base at the inside 12 o'clock position, so I guess he does have that base up and running as well. This is a hectic game, back and forth, just everywhere. This is just a crazy game. And yeah, both players really playing well. And both players are going to be going for the same set of mineral lines. This is hilarious. And there's a High Templar there. Storm it. I think that High Templar is about to get attacked by SCVs. Yeah, that High Templar is getting attacked by SCV. And the High Templar stormed itself to try and kill the SCVs. Still a couple SCVs left, but that was pretty funny. That entertained me. That SCV is gonna kill the High Templar. SCV versus High Templar, and SCV wins. SCV kills the High Templar. But Nal Ra is looking in real bad shape now. Went from looking real good when the Arbiters came out to now looking real bad. It didn't look like his macro was up to par. He just didn't have the army for it. And now he's losing a ton of probes. And now these units are able to go to the bottom left and stop mining at this base as well. And Nal Ra is going to be mining from no bases really. He just did a recall, so he's going to be able to stop this push. Actually, he might be able to kill a lot of tanks. That could actually start turning a little bit back in his favor, but he just is at a lack of bases right now. This entire force is going down. EMP going down, stopping that Arbiter, but that Arbiter just recalled, so it doesn't really have that much energy. Probably doesn't anyways. And Nada giving a sigh. Nal Ra just chilling. Nal Ra is just hanging out, really. He looks like a cool customer. Gotta say, he looks like a cool customer. I like that. Nada never worries, really. And here he comes again. Nal Ra coming in up the right side, going to try and take down these forces, and he's going to be able to. So he's got the right side of the map pretty much clear. He can throw up well, there really isn't many more bases he can really throw up there. He can throw up a base at the inside 3, or maybe right in the middle of the